All right, y'all. Welcome to the first installment on the new camera. We're about to hop in and do some legs here at the Livermore location, 24-hour fitness. We have our non-stim pre-workout Swarm from Hive Pharma, the sister company of Galaxy Labs. As you can see here, some custom-made swag for today's workout. Now, I don't know if I was kind of digging around in here before I got here. I don't know if I have the scooper in here or not, or maybe it's just really buried. It is really buried. Good, because I was starting to worry. Because you know, the good thing about non-stim pre-workouts is you don't have to worry about dying from like too much caffeine when you have to like guesstimate the serving size. But still, you don't want to waste product. You don't want to take too much of these performance ingredients that goes beyond your daily threshold of what you need and what's going to be beneficial optimally over time. So happy for that, happy from the scooper. Today we're going to be really focusing, hence why we went to this gym. We're going to be really focusing on quad development, quad isolation. And it just seems that at the San Ramon location, just a little busy, a little too busy for me. I have a real hard time finding the right equipment that's available, or just in general. They have good chest movement stuff, but it is a commercial gym, so it's not built for me. It's not built for bodybuilders. It's not bodybuilder centric. So this one I feel is a little bit more bodybuilder centric. The equipment is, I think, nice. It's the same equipment for the most part, but I feel like there's a wider variety of stuff. So we're really going to hit the quads, really going to focus on the leg press. I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks I've learned and what I'll be using today. I'll share that knowledge with you as we go through the workout. We'll finish up with some leg extensions, but as Jay Cutler always did, we will start off with calves, and as Kai Green always does, we will start off with abs. So I'll see you in the gym. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are live commenting on the leg training you're about to see here. Now, this is going to be, we're going to get into some abs like I talked about, but first off, let's go ahead and scooch our booties to the wall, and you'll see exactly what I'm going to do in just a second. It takes me a while to get there, but we're going to be working on opening up the hips, letting those glutes relax, letting the adductors and the abductors, and as Mark's Max Muscle always says, the muscles of that nature, things of that nature. We're gonna let everything loosen up. Now, I did notice, I'm not sure if I'll notice it right away, but I felt that my right leg, although my right leg is the bad leg, the one that I tore the hamstring on, I felt that I was using that line on the wall as kind of a measure of where and how balanced I was getting the stretch. And it felt like, as I switched to a different Kai Green video here on my phone, something I like to do just to stay focused, stay motivated. Yeah, here. So here you can see that the right leg is just a tad bit lower. And it takes me a couple seconds to notice it. And then I do try to make the adjustments. Now, also, when I'm doing this, when I put the hands over my head, I really try to focus on making sure the glutes are staying down and towards the wall. You can also see that when I was pushing on them. Again, more just opening up the hips, opening up the glutes, pushing the knees towards the wall, as you can see with the fingers pushing out. That is me putting a little extra emphasis on the opening up of the hips, really trying to be intentional and take the time in these warm-up routines, these warm-up exercises to allow my body to be ready for the torture I'm about to put into it. Of course, I'm only 29, but I just feel like I'm just not as healthy physically, mentally, honestly. We can talk about that in a more heart-to-heart video, if that's something you guys want to talk about. But I just feel like I'm just not what I used to be. I said screw it and went for that 1,000-pound club, although it was on a Smith machine for the bench. 3 plates on the bench, 4 plates on the squat, 4 plates on the dead. I thought that was going to make me happy, and it didn't. And coming into this training session coming into this new season. Me and Mark, I know Mark is a very lean gentleman, so that is always going to be what's going to limit me is getting to that low of body weight. I have the muscle, genetically just blessed to have, big, really big flaring quads. The hamstrings are gone from the injuries, but we do what we can. Good sized glutes. The back is coming along, and then the midsection comes in pretty tight once we get super lean. But I'm blessed to be a bigger guy. I'm also, younger than Mark, at least a decade. I don't know. I think he's in his 40s. I think he's mentioned young 40s, right? The light 40s. But we're finishing up this ab routine, and I'm going to slowly start incrementing and adding more ab movements. But these are pretty much just my go-tos: the left, right, and then both sides of the obliques, just to mentally prepare myself. I do also include 10 minutes of light at level 4 stair climber before every workout. It's just something I've been trying to really incorporate. And also you'll see I have double hoodies and a beanie and sweatpants, just really trying to make sure my body is warm and ready to best prevent any new injury, and then also try not to aggravate existing injuries. And then this one's just kind of some scapular retraction, just trying to help me get a little bit better posture as we move into these heavier exercises for today's leg day. All right, coming into the first actual exercise after the stair climber, 10 minutes and abs and hip mobility. Didn't do a lot of plyometrics or dynamic warm-up stretches, so bad on me. I'll have to find my a better routine, get back to the basics for these leg training. I honestly have been training legs a lot of chest and back, and then a rest day. And then I just recently started adding legs back in after I was training up for my Army ACFT test, and that includes a 2-mile run. So I was doing a lot of running to get ready for that, and legs just kind of fell to the side. Now, as we look at the footage here, of course, if you're watching these videos, you are a super fan and you enjoy me talking, and you just want to get to know me a little bit better and hear how my life's going. So I do appreciate everyone who does watch. Calf raises, nice and slow, stretching them out at the end. I did have my feet more towards the inside on most of these. I think towards the end of the sets, I moved my feet to the outside, kind of getting my feet towards a 45-degree angle, pushing off of the balls of the foot for the most part. I'll say here with these ones, I'm really emphasizing on keeping the big toe curled over the ledge and really pushing through with all the toes, trying to be really, really intentional. I have a very big imbalance from my left and right leg where I don't have a lot of feeling in that right leg anymore. It's so tight from that hamstring tear. It's actually even hard to walk. That's why I'm trying to get medically retired out of the Army, or at least out of active duty, and then finish up my 20 years as a broke, angry sergeant, as all good Army legacies go. Again, letting the blood flow just kind of get moving, stretch it out at the end. And that was good. I like to just start off with calves. Now, this week, or at least with this exercise, or this session of legs this week, we'll do another one coming up here later this week. We did seated leg. So now the next time we do legs, we'll do standing leg, just to mix it up. If I find a donkey machine for calves, I'll use that. Now, with this gym specifically, it used to be really nice. Kind of got a little rough, a lot of broken equipment. So this was the best leg curl machine I could find. And it is quite unfortunate. It was good though. I did enjoy it. I know you might not be able to see it here, but I'm really focusing on not letting that right leg rotate or turn. The foot will want to naturally turn as the injury wants it to. You'll see my legs are shaking real hard. I try to push through it, but not to sacrifice form. Really trying to squeeze it. This is the working set, just making sure everything's ready. Hey, let me know down below if you guys want to see me work out in shorts or potentially leggings. If you want to see the legs a little bit more, I like sweats. I do like leggings. It's just as a guy, your stuff just kind of shows a little too much. And I don't mind, but I'm sure other people mind. And that's probably why no one talks to me at the gym. I don't think I look very approachable, unfortunately. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Again, really just trying to squeeze the quads. You'll even notice, you might have maybe I already did it or I cut out the set. I actually touched the teardrop area of the quads, really trying to make sure I'm squeezing intentionally with both legs at the same intensity. So just one of those tricks that you can use. A lot of machine work today, so definitely I'll try to add in some maybe some lever squats, or if there's a sled hack squat or pendulum squat, I'll try to add those in. But as I climb into this machine, I do enjoy this one. There is another one for the next leg day I'll show you. It's called like a club rock leg press. I really like that one too, but this one's great. Keeping the legs real low, trying to let the knee float over the toe, just get that full range of motion. Trying not to move too quick, keeping the intensity and the intentional mindset on the legs. Surprisingly, I felt this quite a bit in the hamstrings, whereas this really is supposed to be a quad movement. So that I think just speaks to the imbalances of the quad to hamstring ratio that I do work with and work through. Of course, that could be a shoe thing. I'm wearing my no profile flat, no bull shoes. You can see me just shaking. Legs are not liking this. You can tell I've been skipping legs. Maybe if I wear something with a wedge on them, which I've considered, it might help me a little bit more of isolating the quads. But overall, really just trying to push through and be intentional is the word for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Really just trying to get every single last rep out without locking out too much on the top, still leaving a little bit of space for safety. I've seen some horror stories from leg pressing. You can see I moved the weight up just a few more pounds. This was, I believe, on a low carb day or no carb day. I really only have carbs on Saturday. So, today's workout you'll see tomorrow was on no carbs, I think. Yes, today's was no carbs. Yesterday's was lots of carbs. That's my refeed. But then the rest of the day, the rest of the week, it's pretty much chicken and protein and veggies, multivitamin, omegas, things of that nature. No carbs, just really trying to kill it. We've upped it to 30 minutes of cardio this week. We also did 30 minutes. Roughly, we did 30 minutes last week. Oh man, maybe I'm supposed to do 40 this week. I don't know. I'll probably do another week of 30. We'll weigh ourselves on Saturday fasted and see where we're at. Take some actual physique update photos. Been kind of just slacking on it. And then we'll see where we're at. I think last time I was still in the 230s. I think to be anywhere near condition ready for Mark, I'm going to need to be around 210. So that's about an aggressive 20-pound drop in 2 months. I'm hoping I've dropped at least 5 or 6 so far. But we'll do what we need to do to get there. So if we need to go all the way up to an hour of stairs, split it up 30 minutes in the morning, we can definitely do that. I do work 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. at my other job that I'm transitioning to once the Army releases me from active duty status back to the reserves. And then I work from 8 to 4:30 Army, active duty Army status. And then I come home. I try to either eat some protein in. I used to do some simple carbs, a couple rice cakes, but I really try to butcher myself the last couple months getting ready for this online contest. Finishing up with hamstrings. Again, just really trying to be intentional, not letting the feet flare too much. you'll notice the hamstrings just get hit a little differently depending on how your feet move around. So be intentional with that. Be cognizant of every single repetition. Really try to treat every rep like it's like it's the last rep or the first rep. I'm not sure how that works for you. And as you can see here, I'm messing around with these broke equipment. It's so bad. I don't know. I'll talk about it in just a second, but I don't know what happened to this Livermore 24-hour fitness, but it is trashy. So much equipment's broken. It was dirty. It was just rough. I probably will not go back there. I gave it a chance because I wanted to go to Costco and get gas, but it was horrendous. So was not happy. Probably won't go back. They do have a cool posing room. They have like a cycling room that has blue lighting, and you can do your posing there. So that's probably the only redeeming quality that I think that gym has. But that's it for me on the commentary. Enjoy my final thoughts on the way back to the car. Have a good day. All right, just finished up legs, and I don't know what happened to this Livermore 24-hour fitness, but shit's the ghetto now. Not in a racial term, just run down. The steppers, usually, you know, you might have one that's broken, but here, I think there's 8 of them, and 5 of them were completely broken. The interfaces busted off, and I mean, I get it if like one breaks, but 5? The majority of them are broken. I just don't see how, as a business owner, you can let that fly. But when it comes to these franchises, I don't think they care as much as, you know, say I stop making videos for a month, you know, like how that would affect my business. But for them, I don't know if they care, or if that's something that worries them. But anywho, good workout. Feel like I got a lot done. Not a lot of pain. Still got a pretty serious imbalance with the legs, but I was happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.